Welcome, Gail, Stansell. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How are you guys tonight? Good. Some of you guys I just saw like a month ago. Was it even a month ago, a couple of weeks ago? How many were in that workshop? Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm glad to be back here. And for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm around here a lot. And so I'm just excited to be here. I first want to say congratulations. Congratulations on all your hard work, on your commitment, on your dedication, on your sleepless nights, on your frustration, on your barely getting up in the morning, surviving off the Starbucks coffee, all-nighters. I just want to say congratulations. I know what it feels like, and I just want to applaud you because everybody doesn't make it. Some people give up, but you did not give up. And so today, I applaud you. Give yourself a hand. Yes. And so today, with your theme, moving forward, no limits, I absolutely love that theme. But what I want to talk to you about is as you leave this part of the journey, as you close the door on this part and begin to transition into another part of your life, I want to encourage you to dream. And to dream big, not just dream from a place of, oh, that would be nice to do, but I want you to dream and dream big. And so that's what I want to talk to you about for a few minutes this evening. It's just to encourage you to dream. I want to share some things with you, and then I'll be hanging around afterwards if you have some questions for me afterwards, okay? Is that all right? Yeah. And so in his book, Bruce Wilkinson is his name, the book is called, let me look at this, the book, Dream Giver. And in this book, he says that everybody has a dream. That at some point in our lives, we all had a dream. But somewhere along the line, that dream got buried, that dream got crushed, or we just gave up on the dream. But at some point in our lives, and if you could think back a little bit, well, you don't have to think back. Just think about the students or the children that you've interacted with doing your coursework here. They're always dreaming about something, dreaming about being a superhero, dreaming about being a princess, dreaming about all kind of stuff. So you know just from that, all of us at some point had a dream. But things happen in our lives that challenge us, that shake us, that change our world. And somewhere along the way, we give up on our dream. And so tonight, I want you to begin to resurrect those dreams. That you've come this far, but I don't want this just to be it. I want you to dream so big. The kind of dreams that when you go to bed at night, you cannot sleep. Why? Because all you see is a dream. All you have is a thought, an idea. You don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know where you're going to get the resources from. But I want you to begin to dream dreams that keep you awake at night. And then when you get up in the morning, you cannot even think about anything because all night you've been envisioning this dream of doing something different, of changing the world, of going to school, furthering your education, not stopping here. I want you to dream and dream big. I want you to dream to the point that it scares you. That when you think about what you want to do, it absolutely has you shaking in your boots. It scares you. It scares you because you don't know how you're going to do it. You don't know where you're going to get the resources from. You don't know who is going to help you. But you still have this dream. Don't dream something so small that you can accomplish it in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But dream something so big that it may even take you a lifetime to complete. Different phases of it, different portions of it. What I'm trying to tell you is never stop dreaming. Always have a dream in process. Something you're working towards, something you want to be, something you want to do. I want you to dream so big that it scares you. I want you to dream bigger than what you have in your bank account right now. I don't want you to think about, Gail, you don't know what I have in my account right now. I have a dream, but I don't have any finances. Do you know how many dreams I've had with no finances and no resources, but I dreamed anyway. And just as I began to dream and to think about it and to envision that, things began to happen and resources and people began to come together. So I don't want you to think about what you have in your account right now. I want you to dream beyond what you yourself can afford. Because this is what I want you to know. If you can afford it, it's not big enough. If you can afford it with what you have right now, that's not a big dream. It's an okay dream, but that's not the dream I want you to dream. I want you to dream so big that it absolutely scares you. I want you to dream. So what does this dream look like? What are the components of this dream? Because some of you may be saying, Gail, I haven't had a dream in so long, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to begin. I stopped dreaming a long time ago. The last dream I had was trying to complete this program. I completed this program, and that was it. I don't even know where to begin to dream a big dream. And just 5 little things I'm going to share with you how you can do that. The first thing is you have to have vision. You have to have vision, and I'm not talking about sight vision. I'm talking about the mental picture vision of absolutely seeing yourself doing it, of absolutely seeing all of the people who you need to make this thing a reality. I want you to start envisioning, seeing yourself walking in it, seeing yourself doing it, seeing yourself owning it. If your dream and desire is to have that school, to start your own daycare, begin right now seeing it full with the waiting list. Have a vision that's bigger than what you have in your bank account and the resources that you have that you can put your hand on it. It starts with a vision. You have to see it before you can actually see it. It starts with a vision. And then the second thing it is, you must write it down. You must write it down. The older I get, if I don't write it down, I forget it or it doesn't happen. Literally, I live my life on my phone, my tablet. Why? Because if somebody says, can you come over next week? I got to write that down. Because I have so many things going on. If I don't write it down, out of sight, out of mind. Write your vision down. Statistics and studies have been proven that say when we write things down, we have a better chance of achieving those things we write down. Write the vision down. Make it plain so that you understand what it is, so that you know what you need. When we write it down, it helps us with our action steps. Because now you know what you need to do next. You got to see it. You got to see it. And once you see it, once you visualize it, then you put that on paper. In 2006, I have this little piece of paper. You can't see it, the writing on it, but it's dingy, it's old, it's simple, it's plain, because I don't just talk this, I live this. So in 2006, and I've had many different visions and many different dreams and many different goals since then. But this was a vision and a dream and a goal that I had for myself in 2006. This has been hanging in my closet since 2006. 2006. I'll show it to you afterwards if you're interested in it. But some of the things it says in there, it talks about the dream or the vision of me wanting to be a world changer, of me wanting to help individuals change their lives. Not that I would change them, but I would provide the necessary skills and tools that they needed in order to change their lives. It talked about me being in a position where I would do this kind of work full time. Now, when I wrote this in 2006, I was currently employed in a full-time job, did not have the resources to quit that full-time job, but I wrote this in 2006, kept it in my closet. So that meant every time I went in my closet, which is every day, sometimes 2 times a day, depending on what was going on in the day, that I saw this before I could even pull out what I wanted to wear for that day. As soon as I opened my closet door, bam, this hit me in the face. That was in 2006. In 2009, I quit the job that I talked about in the vision, that I wanted to leave my job, that I wanted to do this kind of work full time, that I no longer wanted to have a 9 to 5, that I wanted to begin to do what I wanted to do. I wrote that thing down in 2006, and in 2009, that began to manifest. So you have to write it down. Now, it's going to change multiple times. You will have multiple things that you want to do. I kept this one because it was probably one of the ones that was most impactful for me or most powerful for me. So in 2006, I wrote it. In 2009, I began to see it. It's all right, y'all. She's going to be okay. It's all right. Okay. So write it down. You got to write it down. You got to have the vision. You got to write it down. And then here is the third thing you need to do when you dream big. You need to tell at least one person here's the pause or the pushback. Be very careful who you tell. Be very careful who you tell. In the workshop that I did last month, I shared with the students this kind of group or this kind of circle, the power of relationships. That's a whole nother workshop, maybe next quarter, maybe next year, maybe sometimes you'll hear me do it. But I talk about the individuals that you need in your life in order to partner with to make your dreams and visions a reality. And so you need at least one person in your life that you can share that dream with, share that goal with, share that vision with. Why? Because when you tell somebody, now they can help hold you accountable for it. Because if you just keep it up here or just keep it on your paper, it's easy to say, well, don't nobody know about it, so I don't really have to do it. But when you tell somebody about it, somebody that you can trust, somebody who is not going to try to steal your thunder, somebody who is not going to try to convince you that, girl, you can't do that. Man, you cannot do that. That's too hard. Where do you think you can do that from? Who are you? You need somebody who's going to say, you know what? I don't know how, but I'm believing with you that this will come to pass. And so you need at least one somebody that you can share this goal with, that you can share the innermost part of your dreams and your visions, and you're not afraid. So you need somebody that you can trust. And here's the final thing. As you leave this part of the journey and go onward and upward, moving forward with no limits, finally, the last component of this, you must trust the process and you must persist. You must trust the process. What do I mean when I say that? That it's not going to go in a straight line. That you're not going to leave here, write down your dreams and your visions, and then everything you want is just going to happen in a straight line. There are going to be setbacks. There are going to be disappointments. There are going to be things like things are falling apart, but they're really falling together. But you've got to trust the process. Real life example happened today. I live a distance from here, but I left my home in plenty enough time to get here. But I had no idea the road conditions, because based on my GPS, I should have been here in like an hour, 20 hour, 30 minutes. That was with traffic. I left in enough time. I should have had like 30 minutes grace period. But I did not know what was up ahead. And so as I got on the freeway, it's like every single freeway the navigation navigated me to, there was something else on that freeway. But I had to trust the process, that I made a commitment that I was going to be here tonight. And no matter what, I was going to be here. And so when I finally got off the freeway, I thought to myself, just a light bulb came on. I thought, that's a teachable moment. Because I could have just called and said, you know what, this traffic is crazy. By the third freeway, because I think like 5, literally, I think I've been on 5. And some surface streets. Because you know how the navigation will say, okay, reroute, go here. So I was all over the place. I had a scenic view. And so I could have just called and said, you know what, this is too stressful. I'm not going to do this. And then I would have missed the opportunity to see all of your beautiful faces. But I decided I was going, yes, you handsome young man back there. But I decided I was going to trust the process. Trust the process that the navigation would finally get me to my end result. Now, there was some sweating along the way. There was some feeling like, oh my God, I've never been late before. I don't like being late. There was all of these unknown things that were going through my mind. But I finally made up in my mind, I'm going to turn off the navigation, because by then I knew exactly where I was. I'm going to turn off the navigation because it kept saying reroute. It kept saying 37 minutes, 47 minutes. It kept going up and it was stressing me out. But I had to trust the process, that what I envisioned doing tonight, which was being here with you guys, that if I persisted, I would get here. Now, I got here late, but I was right on time. What am I saying about that? Things will happen on your journey where you think you're not going to get there, you're not going to make it, you're not going to be late. There are going to be pauses. And there were even moments on the freeway where it was not a pause, it was a stop. And so there will be moments when your life comes to a complete stop. But nevertheless, you must persist. Persist to the point that you fulfill that dream and that goal that you have in your heart. So as I take my seat, I just